Hello Filipino! Welcome back to the show where we bring you alternative views on Filipino news. And in today's top story, Philippine unemployment remains high. Well, that's a given. The National Statistics Office said the jobless rate in July was 7.1%. This means that 1 in 4 working age Filipinos are either underemployed or looking for more work. The high unemployment and underemployment rate came after economic growth slowed to a disappointing 3.4% in the 3 months to June. Government officials blamed the economic slowdown largely on overseas developments such as high oil prices, the March disasters in Japan, the poorly performing US and European economies, and unrest in the Middle East. Of course, the officials always blame other people besides themselves. What have they done to increase economic output in the country? Instead of encouraging employment and encouraging growth, they hamper it with more taxes like the VAT. I don't know why they call it a value-added tax. There's no value adding into anything that they do. They're just taking value out by taxing it. They even tax overseas remittances, and then they put it in their GDP as part of the gross domestic product, like it's something that they made. We'll see as the year progresses and as President Aquino's term progresses to see if there's any progress in the national economy. And in cops and robbers news, police agents posing as buyers arrested a suspected drug pusher known only as the Shabu Queen. The operation led to the arrest of Leonida Gemoto as part of an intensified campaign against drug traffickers in Bukidnon. Gemoto was placed under arrest shortly after she sold 2 grams of shabu worth 12,000 pesos to an undercover agent. And to all of our viewers who are outside the Philippines, shabu is what is commonly known around the world as crystal meth, the drug that turns people into zombies. And in Love Hurts news, left by her husband for another woman, Sheila Macapugay shot and killed her husband with a .38 caliber revolver in a mall in Manila. Apparently her husband, and the woman her husband left her for all worked in that same mall. Sheila tried to kill herself with a revolver, but instead shot the guard who tried to pull the revolver out of her hands. Their 5-year-old daughter is now in the custody of Sheila's parents. Now, as most of you may know, there is always a guard at an entrance to any of the malls or shopping center. They check your bags, they check you, they pat you down for weapons like guns or knives or anything like that. Now, you're supposed to feel safe in these malls. So how is it that someone was shot and killed inside of the mall? Now, I don't know what's going to happen. They're either going to have more security at the malls, like metal detectors, and I hope they don't go to full body scanners. So good luck shopping in the Philippines. Which brings us to another love triangle tragedy. In San Jose, California, a 25-year-old Filipina, Cindy Caligiran, and her friend, 26-year-old Kyle Williams, were shot dead by Cindy's jealous husband, 54-year-old Napoleon Caligiran. Our deepest condolences go out to the families affected by these tragedies. But come on! 54 years old? The man's like twice your age. Have some dignity and self-respect. That's like marrying your dad. And this goes out to all you old guys who want to marry young kids. What the hell do you expect? If they meet someone their same age, then they're probably most likely going to do the same thing. And today we'll end our show with James Soriano. James, of course, is the student who wrote a short article that was published in the Manila Bulletin. The article was about James growing up and being taught that English was his first language, and that he only used Filipino, which I think he means Tagalog, because there's no such language as Filipino. If you come up to me and you tell me, oh, I speak Filipino, then I will speak Bisdak to you all day long. So anyways, he stated that he only spoke Tagalog when he was speaking with others in the streets or with store clerks and playing around with friends. Here's a link to his full article, and it'll also be down at the bottom in the description box. I read the article, and basically everything he says is pretty much true. If you've ever gone to school in the Philippines, then you would know that you have to speak English in class. Every time that you have to get up and talk to the class or talk to the teacher, and if you don't speak English, they'll tell you, English! All the books are in English, instructions are in English. So there's really nothing wrong I can find in the article, except he could have tried to sound less assholey. But what do you think? Do you think his article is true to the educational system in the Philippines? Do you think there should be more Tagalog emphasized in the educational system in the Philippines? Leave your comments down below. Also, remember to subscribe. Have a good weekend. We'll see you again next week. And today's Forex for $1 is at 43.30 pesos. English!
Nice, oh! Akong videohan, oh! Nanggadoan lang ko sa Skycave, oh. Oh, namuha na nga to sa inyo, ha?
Sana naman, like spider webs.